So trust me, there's going to be more Smash Bros related videos on the channel, so just stay tuned for that. But I wanted to make another video talking about another character that I would love to see in Smash, and even if she doesn't end up ever being a character, I still want to talk about her in this video. And that character is Dixie Kong, because out of all the Kongs that we got so far, like we got Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, I feel like she's the only other Kong that really makes sense to add to this game, and she would work so well. You could, easily slide her in and everything. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about Dixie Kong in this video and just explain exactly why I would love to see her in the next Smash Bros game. So when it comes to Super Smash Bros, I feel like the first thing I gotta say right away is that Dixie Kong is one of those characters that just makes too much sense to ignore, especially when you look at who's already in the game, because we already have Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong representing the Donkey Kong side of things. While that's great, it still feels like something is missing when you really think about it. And the way that I see it, if you're gonna add one more Kong into the mix, Dixie Kong is easily the next pick. Like, it's not even something I have to overthink because she's been around for so long, and she's not just some character that people barely remember. She actually played a major role in the series, especially during that Donkey Kong Country era, which is a big reason why I feel like she deserves that spot. Because when you really sit there and think about it, Smash does a really good job at representing important characters across different franchises, and Dixie Kong falls right into that category. Like, she's not some random addition. She actually has history behind her, and that's something that matters a lot when it comes to choosing a character for a game like this. So for me, it's just one of those situations where it feels natural. Like, if they were to announce her, I wouldn't be surprised at all. It would actually feel like something that should have happened already, and that's really why I look at her as the perfect fit for the roster moving forward. Now, getting into how she would actually play, I mean, I could easily see Dixie Kong being an Echo Fighter of Diddy Kong, and I don't even mean that in a bad way, because Smash has already shown that Echo Fighters can still have their own identity if you tweak them the right way. Like, yeah, you could use Diddy as a base, and I think that would honestly make things a lot easier when it comes to development, but at the same time, you could still give Dixie her own feel by making small adjustments to her moveset, and those little differences can go a long way when it comes to making her stand out. For example, the first thing that comes to mind to her is her hair spin, because that's literally one of her most recognizable abilities, especially from Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest, and I feel like that alone can already separate her from Diddy in terms of recovery and movement, which would give her a unique playstyle even if she's built off of him. So yeah, even if she ends up being labeled as an Echo Fighter, I still think there's enough there to make her feel like her own character, and honestly, I think that's all she really needs. She doesn't have to be completely reinvented, she just needs to feel right. And I think this is really where my main reasoning comes from, because when you go back and look at the Donkey Kong Country games, Dixie Kong wasn't just there for the ride, she was actually a major part of those games, especially in Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest, where she pretty much became one of the main focuses. Like that game alone did a lot for her character, because she wasn't just supporting Diddy, she was right there with him, and a lot of people who grew up with that game probably remember using her just as much, if not more, because of how useful she was with her abilities. And then when you move over to Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, that's where things really get even more clear, because now she's straight up leading the game, like she's the main character at that point, and that alone should tell you how important she is to the series as a whole. So when I think about representation in Smash, that's really what it sticks out to me, because we're not just talking about someone random, we're talking about a character who helped carry multiple games in one of Nintendo's biggest franchises, and I just feel like that should count for something. Now, when it comes to the chances of this actually happening, I'm not even going to sit here and act like it's guaranteed, because realistically, this feels like one of those 50-50 situations. Like, I could see it happening, but I could also see them going in a completely different direction. And honestly, I'm completely fine either way, because at the end of the day, Smash is always going to do its own thing, and there are so many characters they can choose from, so I'm not going to sit here and act like Dixie Kong has to get in or anything like that. But at the same time, it doesn't change the fact that I would personally love to see her in the game, especially now, because it feels like the Donkey Kong franchise has been getting a lot more attention lately, and it just feels like the perfect time to bring her back into the spotlight. So yeah, if she gets in, I'm going to be hyped, no question about it, and if she doesn't, it is what it is. but I still feel like she would be a really nice addition to the roster, and I just wanted to talk about that because it's something I've been thinking about for a while now. And yeah, I really hope that Dixie Kong gets into the next Super Smash Bros. Game because it would be pretty cool. Like I said, easy way to incorporate her as a Echo Fighter. You could tweak her a little bit, give her a little, hair spin and everything, do whatever else you want with her. But I feel like she'd be a nice addition because, yeah, we got Donkey Kong, we got Diddy Kong, we have King K. Rool. I didn't forget about him. But if you're strictly talking about the Kongs, I feel like the only other Kong you really have left to really add in here is Dixie Kong, just because of how important she is to the Donkey Kong franchise as a whole. But that's all I have to say here for this video, so I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. Like, would you guys like to see Dixie Kong here? You guys not really care? You would rather see somebody else? Just let me know your thoughts surrounding this topic in the comments. And if you guys enjoy this video, be sure to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to follow me on my social media, be sure to check out my X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. All the links are located in the description, so be sure to follow me on there. Join my Discord server so we can talk about all the things that we love. Be sure to click on that bell for notifications. You guys are notified whenever I'm dropping a video on the channel. I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day, wherever the day may be, if it's the daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.